Can you hear me? It's the most important. We have totally 18 collections are there. Among all 18 collections, the most important collections are array list, linked list, hash set, reset. Okay. Hash set, hash map, reset. Okay. Okay. Let me also add here properties. Tell me, we have learned array list internals and how to develop our own array list. We learn linked list internals, how to develop our own linked list. We learn hash set internals, nothing but hash map internals. Of course, hash set and properties both are working same because properties is the subtype of hash table. Hash table implementation, properties implementation, both are same. All these three algorithms are same. Okay. We learn all these three implementations, internals, algorithms also we learn. Now let us complete now tree set. So all other people are getting confidence on what you are learning or getting confusion. If you do revision, then you will get confidence. Okay, next 1 week, you please work only on collection. Revise complete material. Okay, now complete material, collection, complete material, revise. You try to develop programs on array list. Okay, today you want to learn array list. What notes I explained with array list and what programs I gave with array list, you practice. Then go to Google, search examples on array list. Okay, different points on array list you collect from the Google. Make your own notes. Then linked list, make your own notes. Hash set, hash map, properties, tree set, make your own notes. Don't try to, just feel that, okay, collection chapter completed, not sufficient. Just work with these 6 classes, enough. Collection question, anything asking, you can answer. Okay. And what are the important methods you have to work while working with array list and linked list? What the internal method you have to practice? Equals. Okay. And when you're working with the hash set, hash map, and properties, what methods you have to work internally? Hash code, double equal to, and equals method. So you must also know what are the internal calling methods also. Clear? If you practice it, then collection chapter is under your control. So if you don't practice next 1 week, you are going to lose. Later you slowly started blaming me, saying that Hari sir, I know taken long time. Yeah, queue on Baba. That's not required. We never use queue. In our projects, we never use queue. Just these are sufficient. So if you are interested to learn queue, you can learn. Just a priority queue, 1 class is only there, right? So shall we start work with the tree set? Up to now, we work with one way. Tree set is a different way of working. That's why I taken tree set last. Now observe now. Tree set of object ts1 equal to new reset of ts1 dot add of. I'm trying to store a ts1 dot add of. I'm storing double quotes C. ts1 dot add of double quotes B. Now I'm displaying system dot out at println ts1. Tell me what the purpose of tree set. Tree set is a legacy collection or collections framework collection. TS is a collections framework collection. Available from which version? 1.2 version. Okay, next. What the use of tree set? For storing objects in which order? sorting order. Okay, the sorting order can be either ascending order or can be descending order. Alphabetical ascending order, alphabetical descending order, or number ascending order, number descending order. Okay, now tell me, if you run this program, what happens? Look at there. Elements are stored in ascending order or not? Okay. Now there is an important question. Everybody is saying that the default sorting order of tree set is ascending order. Okay, default sorting order of tree set is ascending order. Let's try to see. I want to take now integers. Tree set of object ts2 equal to. Now I'm trying to store ts2, ts2, ts2. I'm taking here 5. I'm taking here 7 and I'm taking here 6. Okay, and displaying ts2. Now all values are coming in which order? Ascending order. 5, 6, 7. So the object storing in ascending, tree set by default stores objects in ascending order, isn't it? Okay, now there are 3 important confusions in the market. This is the number 1 confusion point. Second, like other collection, can tree set store heterogeneous objects? What type of elements are stored in tree set? Can I store heterogeneous objects? Now let me try to store ts1.add of. I'm trying to store 5. Can I store 5? Heterogeneous objects are allowed or not allowed? Not allowed. Why? Now 5 should store inside tree set. That means we have to decide the position of this 5 or not. Sorting order means what? We have to decide the position, left side or right side. Sorting means ascending or descending. Ascending means what? Smaller object store left side, bigger object store right side. Now the 5 is the what type of object? It is integer. Can you compare integer with a string? Can I compare 5 with double quotes to decide the position? Not possible. If you try to store it, will throw class cast exception. Look at that. Class cast exception coming. Then tell me, heterogeneous objects are allowed or not allowed? Not allowed. Okay. Now let me hold this point. Here I am taking. What type of elements are allowed? Homogeneous, unique objects only stored. Okay. Again, tree set doesn't allow duplicate objects. Is it right or wrong? Second myth there in the market, people are feeling tree set doesn't store what do you call duplicates. Right or wrong? The second point. Okay. Tree set can store any type of class objects. Tree set stores only homogeneous objects of any class. Homogeneous objects of any class. Tree set doesn't store duplicates. These are the 3 wrong thoughts are there in the people mind that we have to correct. Okay, first, heterogeneous object not allowed. Okay, nice. That point confirmed. Is null stored or not allowed? Null. Null I am trying to store. If you try to store null, can you compare with any object? Will you get null pointer exception? Null dot. You will get null pointer exception. So What type of objects are allowed to store? That we need to understand. Okay, now I am taking our own class object, tree set of, now heterogeneous objects are not allowed now. So I am taking it as integer. Here I am taking example object. TS3 equal to, tell me, new tree set of TS3 dot add TS3 dot add of. Now I'm trying to store example object 5 comma 6. Okay. TS3 dot add of 7 comma 3. 6 comma 2. Tell me. If I display this tree set element TS3, what is the output you will get? 2, 3, 6 or 5, 6, 7. Example objects are sorted by tree set in which order? X value ascending order, Y value ascending order. Is my question understand, guys? Is your mind receiving? If you are not receiving, we will stop the class and we'll discuss tomorrow. Come on. Hash coder, Sachin Yadav. Do you have any name called hash? Which type of classes will use a hashing algorithm? Only the classes that contains the name hash. Only the classes which contain the name hash. Tell me, in tree set, do you have any name called hash? Then hash code will be used only by hash set, linked hash set, hash map, linked hash map, hash table. Other classes doesn't use. Rohit Kumar, do you have brain? Are you out of brain? Tree set meant for storing objects in insertion order or sorting order? Rohit Kumar. Then reply. Tree set meant for storing objects in insertion order or sorting order? Then why you are saying insertion order, man? Come on, everyone. X property ascending order, Y property ascending order. How tree set can decide your class objects in which order to store here? Are you not thinking that point? How tree set can decide in which order? Yashwant, can equals method can be used in a tree set? Equals method will tell only first object is equal to second object or not. Correct? It will tell only first object is equal to second object. Duplicate or unique it will tell. But what I want, I need first object is bigger or smaller or equal or not equal at 4 points it should tell. So equals method is useful or not useful? Equals method suitable or not suitable? Not suitable. Then hash code method is not useful. Equals method is not useful. Then how string objects are stored in ascending order? how integer objects are stored in ascending order, then how our example class object can be stored in ascending order, how student object can be stored in ascending order. Tell me. Students having several properties. Student number wise you want to store ascending order, or department wise you want to store ascending order. I mean course wise or name wise you want to store ascending order. Which order? How it can be decided? So tell me. Tree set stores the objects on its by own? No. Tree set cannot decide in which order elements to store. Tree set will decide the object's storing order depending on the past object. The past object should tell in which order its object should be stored. The past object class should tell to the tree set in which order its object should be stored. Tell me, if you take hash map or linked hash map or anything, the adding object is telling to the hash map how to identify the object is duplicate or unique. Tell me, now the hash map inside put method, the second object dot it is calling hash code method equals methods or not. Whatever the logic you supplied in hash code and equals method, accordingly it is taking the decision. Is the second object is unique or duplicate? Similarly, tree set also doesn't have any decision by its own. Tree set simply is asking the example class, you tell me you want to compare second object with the first object by using which property, and you wanted to store those objects in ascending order, descending order. That means tree set doesn't have any default sorting order logic. This is a right statement or wrong statement? Wrong. So never say that default sorting order of tree set is ascending order. Wrong. Then what the right answer for this? The default sorting order of tree set is the past object supplied, the past object supplied sorting order by using either comparator or comparable or comparator interfaces. Are you following my point? The default sorting order of tree set is ascending order is a wrong statement. So people are misguiding students and telling this is the statement. Why? Because by default all faculties and trainers are using only strings and integers. Strings and integer objects are predefined. They already defined to work with the tree set to store objects in ascending order. If you want to understand collections, always you have to work with our own class. Our own class objects if you use, then you will get full clarity. Are you following? A tree set internally uses what? It will not directly store the objects by its own. Tree set internally uses two interfaces. What are the two interfaces? Comparable and comparator. Now observe now, is example class is implementing comparable interface? No. Because it is not implementing from comparable interface, can tree set can sort example objects? No. Because it doesn't know in which order it can sort, then we will get exception. Look at that, class cast exception. Tree set is throwing an exception. Class example cannot be cast to what? Java.lang.comparable. Then tell me, can we store any type of homogeneous objects of any class? No. Again, this is what? Wrong statement. Okay, again it is wrong statement. Then what the right statement? Tree set can store only, can store only comparable type, homogeneous objects. Okay, comparable type homogeneous objects or the homogeneous objects with custom comparator. Homogeneous objects with custom comparator. So what the meaning of custom comparator? I will explain it. So tell me now, can I store any type of class objects? No. If you want to store a class objects, then that class objects must be what type? Comparable type. Tell me, is a string comparable? Yes. Observe string class. String class is subtype of comparable interface. Serializable. Look at their comparable. Take wrapper class integer. Open integer class. Observe integer class is subclass of comparable. Because they are implementing comparable interface, that's why we are able to store string objects and integer objects. Everyone understand? And the third point what I told, tree set doesn't store duplicates. Again, it is a wrong statement. Okay, tree set doesn't store duplicates. Tree set can store duplicates. It is depending on comparable or comparator implementation. Okay, now if you implement comparable and comparator to stop duplicates, it will stop. It will not allow duplicates. If you implement to allow duplicates, it will allow duplicates. Everyone understand that? Now tell me, can you please help me to implement compare example class to store in the tree set? Observe now F3. If you want to store example class objects in the tree set, what should I do? You must implement from where? Comparable interface. Comparable, want to compare which type of objects? Example type. Comparable is an interface now. Then if a class is implementing interface, it should implement the method available in that interface now. Now here we have to implement the method is what? Compare to. What the method name? Compare to. So tell me, what is the method? What is the method? We must tree set uses internally. What is the method tree set uses internally for comparing objects to store in sorting order? Not hash code, not equals. It uses comparable.comparative method. Okay. Right. So what should I return here? One integer number. Tell me, can I take integer value 0? Yes. If I take integer value 0, then what happens? 0 means what? Same object now. Every object is considered as equal. If it is a equal means duplicate object stored or not stored? Not stored. Tree set, stop the duplicates. Then duplicate object, how can I tell to the tree set it is a duplicate object? Tell me now. If he says 0, then tell me first object is stored. Second object, assume this is a object 2. Object 2 dot, what it will be called? Comparative of object 1. When you call comparative of object 2 dot comparative of object 1, then what will happen now? Tell me now. These two objects are passed to comparative method of example class. In example class, from the comparative method, what value return? 0. Understand? What is written? 0. When you return 0, what the meaning of 0 to the tree set method? It's duplicate. Consider as duplicate. If considered as a duplicate, is it stored or not stored? Stored or not stored? Not stored. Tell me, is it really duplicate? No. And then tell me, how tree set can consider as a duplicate? That's what I'm saying. It's depending on implementation of comparative method. Observe, only first object is available. Example of 5, 6. Is it clear, guys? So comparative method, if you implement in a wrong way, then tell me the it will give you wrong results. Tell me. Now I'm commenting it. Now what I should return? Integer value. I am returning minus, okay, I am returning 1. I am returning what? 1. Return 1. Tell me. When I return 1, 1 means what? Positive number. Okay? 1 means positive number. You are returning what? Positive number. Positive number means this second object is considered as bigger object. Okay, now current object is considered as bigger. Tell me, when considered as a bigger, where it will be stored? The object will be stored right side. Okay, if you return a positive number, consider as a duplicate or bigger objects always will be where? Right side. Observe now. Here, what is stored? First, this object. Okay, then example of 7 comma 3 consider as bigger than this object, right side. Then it is considered as bigger than this right side, all right side, bigger than this object, right side. That means objects are stored in which order? Sorting order or insertion order? Objects are stored in insertion order, including duplicates. Come on, including duplicates. Tell me, duplicates are allowing or not allowing? Allowing. Including duplicates. Observe now, including duplicates. I am trying to store duplicate object. Control F11. Look at that. Objects are stored in 5, 6, 7, 3, 6, 2, 6, 2. So tell me now, tree set stores objects in sorting order. Right or wrong? Third. Fourth point. Tree set stores objects in sorting order. Now tell me, is it right or wrong? Meant for sorting order, but may fail. It is depending on comparable implementation. Yes or no? It's depending on comparable implementation. Now, tell me now. Again, one more example I'm taking. Let's see how many people can answer. Now I'm trying to return negative number. Negative number means what? If I return negative number, what the meaning of negative number? -1 means negative number. Negative means this is smaller or bigger? It's considered as smaller. Yes or no? Mathematics here. A minus, I have written A minus B returns 0. Then both are same. A minus B return positive value. A is bigger, B is smaller. A minus B return negative number. What it returns? A is smaller, B is bigger. If it is a bigger, objects are stored in insertion order or reverse insertion order? Reverse insertion order. Yes or no? Tell me. First, this object is stored. Second object compared with the first object and got what? Negative number. That means it is considered as smaller, left side stored. It is considered as smaller, left side. Considered as smaller, left side. Then objects are stored in reverse insertion order. Look at the 6, 2, 6, 2, 7, 3, 5, 6. All people tell me. So tell me now the tree set storing objects insertion order, reverse insertion order or insertion order, it is depending on the implementation of comparative method. Storing duplicates, not storing duplicates is also depending on a comparative method implementation. Then what the right implementation? Compare current object property minus argument object property. This is the right implementation. What is that? Current object minus argument object. Tell me, if I compare current object minus argument object, this is the correct implementation of our project. Okay, this is the project scenario. Now objects are stored in ascending order, excluding, yes or no? duplicates. Duplicates are not stored. Why? Because you are comparing data now. Current object data minus argument object data. Okay, current object state minus argument object state. If you use, objects are stored in ascending order. Okay, excluding duplicates. Observe. X value based on X probability 5, 6, 7. Is it, guys? Is it clear now? Tell me. If I write here, return this dot X minus this place I am writing E dot. Okay, reverse I am writing. E place I am writing this. Can you guess? Now I have written argument object dot current object. Then tell me, what is the order objects are stored? Objects are stored in ascending order or descending order? Descending order. Excluding duplicates. Means duplicates are not stored. Look at that. 7, 6, 5. Okay now guys. So tell me, if you want to store objects in tree cell, what is the rule? Okay, the rule. Objects must be comparable. Comparable subtypes. Subtypes place you can say implementation types. Okay now guys. Next we must override compare method. Either by how many cases are there? Returning 0, or by returning positive value, any positive value, your wish, or by returning negative value, or by returning current object minus argument object, or by returning argument object minus current object. If we return 0, only first object is stored. Okay. If you return positive number, all objects are stored in insertion order. Tell me, can tree set maintain insertion order? Yes. All objects are stored in reverse insertion. Tell me, all objects are stored? No. Okay, only unique objects are stored in ascending order. Here, only unique objects are stored in descending order. Okay now guys, let us try to apply now all these points. Here tell me, second object, how it is called? Double quotes C dot compare to of what is stored in double quotes A. So first here preset contains what? A. Here now what is the result coming here? Positive number or negative number? Positive. So positive means A comma C. Okay, next. Now double quotes B dot compare to of. Everyone should participate. Double quotes. First element is A. Double quotes A. Positive number or negative number? A minus B. Positive na? Negative. Vishwakarma. Double quotes B 98. Minus double quotes A. Comparative means minus operator. First means where B should store right side. But right side already C is there, na? Is there any position empty? No. C is there. Then now it should be compared with what? C. Right. Double quotes be compared with what? C. Now what it returns? Negative. Am I right? B minus C negative. Negative means left side. Now the C is moving to left side. Position is get vacant. And here what is stored? Empty. Okay now? Which side it should store? C left side or right side? Decision purpose again it is compared with C. So final output is ABC. Understand how comparative method will be used background? Here double quotes, 5 dot comparative of double quotes here. Tell me, comparison possible or not possible? Not possible. That's why we'll get class cast exception. Here null dot comparative of double quotes here. Possible or not possible? Not possible. That's why we'll get null pointer exception. Okay, guys. So hope you all understand now. Tell me now. There is a concept called default sorting, custom sorting. What is that? Default sorting and custom sorting. Default sorting means fixed one. Custom sorting means many. Okay, now the sorting order logic. The sorting order logic we placed with object, adding object class is called default sorting order logic. Tell me now, where we write the default sorting order logic? Comparative method. Yes or no? Now go to comparative method, example class comparative method. Totally how many sorting logics we can develop? 5. On one property. On one property, 5 logics we can write. Now, can I have all 5 logics at a time? No. I can have either one object store or insertion order, reverse insertion order, ascending order or descending order. I want to make XY property ascending order. I want to make it as. Okay, I want to make X properties wise ascending order as a default property. Then example class I have developed and give to my user class. User class programmer running it, and then X property ascending order 5, 6, 7 stored. Later he realized that he don't want X property ascending order. He want X property descending order. Yes or no? Sometimes I want ascending, sometimes I want descending. Then tell me, X property descending order logic, where I can write? Can I go to example class and modify this logic? As a developer, I can do that. But as a user class programmer, how can I do that? I don't have example class Java file. I have example class .class file. It's a wrong third. Sorry. Suppose if you have .java file, every time you will modify the code in example class. Bad programming, now. That is where we have custom sorting logic. Custom sorting logic means the additional sorting logic supplied according to user programmer requirement. Okay, the additional sorting order logic, supplied according to user programmer requirement is called what? Custom sorting order. Are you following? Then how can we supply custom sorting order logic? Tell me, custom sorting order logic will have one logic or many logics? Many logics. Then we should not use comparable. Okay. Okay. With which interface? Comparator interface is called custom sorting order logic. Okay, this is default sorting order logic. This is custom sorting order logic. Everyone understand that? Tell me now. I want you to write the logic to store example objects in. Okay, I want to store example objects based on X property descending order. In that case, I have to create my own class first. I should create my own class. Now, you want to compare which objects? Example class object. On which property? X property. Ascending or descending or descending. Example object, X property descending, following by, we will write comparator. So for easy understanding purpose, naming convention will be like this. Which class, which property, which order, comparator. And this will be what implements comparator. Everyone understand that? Which objects you want to compare? Example object. What is the method available in the comparator interface? Compare. So what is the method of comparable interface? Comparative. What the method of comparator interface? Compare. Now example E1 and example E2. Now what you want to compare? E1 object X value. You want to compare with what? E2 object X value. Okay, that's all. You have to subtract. Hello. If you compare first object minus second object, means current object minus argument object, you will get ascending order or descending order? Ascending order. You want descending now? So for that, what I should write? E2 minus E1. Okay, then come back to treeset class. Tell me, in the treeset object, if you pass TS4, have you mentioned any comparator here? No. Then by default, objects are stored based on default sorting order logic. Right? Then objects are storing which order? X property wise ascending order. You want to store a descending order. That means that comparator I have to tell to the tree set now. I should pass here new. Like how in the multi-threading chapter, you are telling to the tree set, don't execute run method of your class, execute run method of my class. Similarly, I should tell to the tree set, don't use a default sorting order logic, use my custom comparator logic. You are passing your custom comparator as an argument to tree set, then tree set will compare one object with another object, not by using comparable. It will compare by using comparator. Look at that X property descending order coming or not? X equal to 7, X equal to 6, X equal to 5. So tell me, how many ways we can sort objects? 2 ways. By using comparable, number 2 by using comparator. Comparable will provide default sorting order logic. Comparator will provide custom sorting. Comparable provide default sorting means only one logic, whereas comparator will provide custom sorting logic means multiple logics we can write. Then can you help me to develop this code? Y property ascending order. Come on, guys. Can you write the logic Y property ascending order? Tell me, this is outer class now. How many ways we can implement interface? I can implement interface in 4 ways. Number 1, by using outer class. Number 2, by using anonymous inner class. Can you help me to develop anonymous inner class? What is the syntax of anonymous inner class? New interface comparator. Interface comparator. Right? Then and here we have to implement what method? Compare. Right? And here I am taking what type of objects you want here? Example type. Then here I should write what? Parameter example E1. Everyone understanding? It's not a new topic. Okay. Example E2. Tell me, what logic I have to write here? I want to compare return E1 dot get Y property minus E2 dot get Y. Okay, now Y property ascending order will come. Let's see. Look at their Y property ascending order coming or not. 2, 3, 6. No, Manish. X property ascending order I want. Then what I should write? Current object minus argument. Na? Can you help me? Y property descending order. Y property descending order. Y property descending order. And what do you write now? Simply tell me. Y property descending order means I have to do small change here. E1 place E2. E2 place what do you write? E1. That's all, no? Simple, right? Look at that. Now what you're getting now? Descending order. Y property descending order. 6, 3, 2. Everyone, easy now? Can you help me? Anonymous in our class plays. Can I develop lambda expression? Lambda expression means what you write? Comparator, parameter, everything we remove, right? Only will take parameters and then arrow. Yes or no? That's all. Lambda expression. And tell me, when parameter types can be inherited from the left side generic, can I ignore the parameter types also? Yes or no? When it is a only one statement, can I ignore body also? Can I make it as a single line? When there is no body, should I write return keyword? No. What a wonderful code it is. We have written earlier outer class. I should search where is that class, which property use, what logic you have written. If you want to see the logic and implementation, everything in one place, it's a complex code. Then if you use lambda expression, see how much easy code. All example objects are compared, X property. All example objects are sorted by tree set, X property descending order, Y property descending order. Tell me easily understanding now. Okay, now all people understand easily tree set. Now tell me, can you please explain me how to store string objects? I want to store string objects descending order. Can you help me to write the code? String objects descending order. Tell me. Let's see how many people will help me to write code. I want to use lambda expression. String objects descending order I want to use. By default, what do you call it? By default, string objects are stored objects in ascending order, descending order, ascending order. Is it because of tree setup, because of string implementation? Because of string implementation. I don't want that default implementation. I want custom implementation. S1 comma S2 arrow S1 dot compare to R. Tell me, if you want to use generic syntax here, I must specify the exact type of object here, string. S1 dot compare to of S2. Then string objects are compared and stored in which order? Ascending order. You want ascending order or descending order? Then S2 dot S1. So simple code. Okay, now? Can I expect everyone understand? So what the topic we completed now? Okay. Map implemented remaining classes I have. What are we discussed? Reset, comparable, comparable. Playing music. Hey, how music is playing, man? What? LE. LE means lambda expression. Will you practice it? For notes, refer material drive, collections folder, reset, internals. Look at here. If you go back in the collections folder, if you scroll down, you'll find, look at the tree set internals, custom comparator implementation.txt, difference between comparable and comparator. Okay, now, can you please work out on these examples? If you work out, then only you'll understand, sir. Just by listening, you will become knowledge. By working, you will become experienced. So with this, we completed collections chapter. Required knowledge for interview passing and projects development also. So here onwards, how much more you practice on collections, tree map, tree set, both are same. In place of add method, you call put method. Yes or no? I have uploaded. Where is that? Stream API. Hey, Sanoj Kumar. Stream API covered now. You missed class what? Stream API nodes, stream operations. 19th already covered. Functional API for each method stream. 19th and 19th covered by you. Why this fellow unable to download? Lifelong. Why I have to? It's not opening here. I have to download it. Okay. Do one thing. Try to open a new tab. If not open a new tab, it will work. Look at here. Except queue, I have covered everything. So queue and tree set almost same. Priority queue, it is also taking what you call comparator. You have to supply comparable. Priority queue and tree set both are same. Okay, now however tree set is working, priority queue is also working same. Priority queue also store the elements in sorting order. The difference between tree set and priority queue, Tree set you can retrieve elements sequentially from 0 to first element to last element. But priority queue is a queue. You cannot retrieve all elements. First in first out order you can retrieve. After first element you retrieve and remove, then only you can move to second element. Everyone understand that? Priority queue. The priority order is sorting order or insertion order. You have to use a comparator. Okay. Anyways, let me try to explain one example. Sorry, I already closed it. Let me explain one example. Queue method you have to call offer method. Now I'm giving it as assignment you work. If everything I explain, what you understand? Okay. Tree set I have explained now. Tree set exactly priority queue. Okay. You try to develop one example by your own on priority queue. Search in the Google if you not understand. Clear? One or two examples you work. I'm telling you the difference between tree set and priority queue. Priority queue also stores the elements in sorting order and comparable given order or custom comparator given order. Okay, it will store objects in insertion order or sort order or reverse insertion order. Then where is the difference between tree set and priority queue? Retrieving order. In tree set we can retrieve elements sequentially, but in priority queue you cannot retrieve elements sequentially. You have to retrieve first in first out order. Stack, remember, last in first out order means first you have to retrieve last object, right? Retrieve, remove, then only you can go to next element. Priority queue is also same. And what is the difference between priority queue and array queue? Priority queue will allow us to retrieve elements only first in first out. Now array queue difference is what you can work either begin or end. Two ways, two sites you can retrieve and store. That is the difference. So just develop two examples on priority queue and array queue by your one. Okay now. So with this we completed collections framework, cursor objects, and utility classes collections. Okay, and arrays class already explained array topic. So how much you revise, understand each class available in this slide. Okay, and you have to start preparing your own notes. Okay, now if you don't prepare your own notes, you will not remember all the points. Prepare your own notes, especially when to use which collection, what is the default capacity, what is the implement data structure, what is the default capacity, what the incremental capacity, you have to understand. Purpose, implement data structure, types of element store, which order store, which order retrieved, and internal methods, equals hash code methods, compare to compare methods. Okay, now. So with this, we completed collections. Now the pending syllabus will be multi-threading chapter, inter-thread communication, and executor framework. I have to explain. The two topics we'll see in tomorrow class, 11 a.m. online. Clear my point? I can continue now, but you cannot digest. Your mind cannot receive because again, inter-thread communication has again internals. So your mind cannot receive. No problem. Tomorrow at 11 a.m. we will try to understand and will complete. Thank you guys. So inter-thread communication take 1 hour. And what do you call? Executor framework will take around 15 to 20 minutes and we'll wind up the session. Thank you.